Hi everyone. If you are new here in this so-called series of going solo videos, I'm using the final mission of the Dragon's Gambit campaign as a test bench for various mechs and weapon loadouts. This is because this mission presents a good opportunity to explore different tactics, as well as the possibility of fighting both long and close range combats. Finally, here I am going into the battle alone, by myself, and without taking any of my Lancemates, so that we could better assess how each mech survives and performs in the same kind of situation. Now, in my previous video I've shown you one of my all-time favorite assault mechs, which was the Stalker STK-3F variant, to be more specific, and today I'd like to show you another variant of that spectacular mech, which is STK-3FB variant, the variant which was built for the Star League Royal Defense Force. Let's go ahead and take a look at the loadout. Now, before we talk about what I've done with it, let's actually take a look at the original, the stack configuration. And it's not bad at all, actually. It's the Royal Defense Force, after all. So here we've got this Guardian ECM, the Electronic Countermeasures unit, which disrupts enemies' electronics and makes it difficult for them to aim at you, particularly at closer ranges. It's got dual ER large lasers, extended range large lasers. It's got 4 medium lasers, and it's got dual LRM-15s with Artemis 4 control. Well, I mean, it's a fantastic configuration. The only thing which I found about it is that it can run fairly hot in spite these 7 double heat sinks. This is because of these 2 ER large lasers, which are notoriously hot. And also I find that this 3 tons of LRM Artemis ammo may not necessarily be sufficient for some missions, you know, given the fact that you've got this basically LRM-30 in here. This may not be sufficient for all the missions. So here is what I've changed in here to mitigate for those problems. Well, at a first glance one might say, well, like, why did I reduce the amount of double heat sinks down to 5 as opposed to 7 of the originals? Well, this is because I really wanted to take more LRM Artemis ammunition on board. And with 4.5 tons, this is gonna be plenty to complete any kind of mission, so it's no longer a problem. But to help it with a heat management, I had to replace all the original lasers with the short burst versions of those. And I absolutely love actually short burst versions of lasers, because here is what's going on. Yes, even though on paper, as you can see, it's got less points of damage, so the medium laser short burst has 4.5 points of damage as compared to this standard a medium laser which has 6.5, almost by 2 points more. It makes up this short burst variant. It makes up for it with a better firing rate, because look, the standard medium laser, it's got 14 points, 14.5 roughly speaking RPM, right? This one has got 23.2 RPM, which is significantly more. And it also generates less heat, which is also why I am using it in this kind of configuration, because you see I reduced the amount of double heat sinks, so I had to make up for it with a better heat management with these weapons which generate less heat. So it generates only 1.1 points of heat versus the standard laser 1.6 points of heat. And then finally let's talk about this ER large laser short burst. Now this particular laser is one of my favorite weapons ever. Why? Well, this is because it's got exactly the same range. So all of these lasers, it's got exactly the same range as the standard ER large lasers, but look at the firing rate of the original ER large laser. It's 10.8 points of RPM. This is one of the slowest firing weapons in this game. The only slower weapon is perhaps the heavy rifle, which has 8 RPM. So it's very slow. The cooldown time is way too long for this one. Now look at the ER large laser short burst version. It's got 17.2 RPM. Almost twice as much, which is absolutely fantastic. Well, yeah, it does less damage, look like 9.1 points of damage versus the standard 13 points. But again, it makes up with a better firing rate, and look at the hit. It's 4.5 points of heat, almost 4.6 points of heat, roughly speaking, versus 7.9, roughly speaking. That's a lot. This is one of the most, one of the hottest weapons in this game. So that is a significant reduction in heat generation right there. So that is exactly why I can afford having less double heat sinks in here. I absolutely love this. Like I said, I absolutely love the short burst version of these lasers. Except I don't necessarily use the small lasers short burst. Absolutely no need for it, because the standard small lasers, they already have a great firing rate and they don't generate any heat at all, just, you know, very minimal amount of heat. But as far as medium lasers goes, large lasers or ER large lasers in particular, I absolutely love short burst versions of them. The only problem is that they are kinda rare and more difficult to come across as compared to the standard versions of this. Alright, and lastly, the only change which I've made to the original configuration is that I've increased the amount of armor all the way to the max in the torso and the arms and the head. I've also allocated everything mostly towards the front, because this is where you will be mostly shot at. I only shaved off 5 points from the legs, 5 points of armor to be able to meet the required tonnage, but that is pretty much the only change which I've done to this mech. And perhaps, of course, I've upgraded these LRMs with the 5 tier level, and I also use the stream version, not the standard, which is, you know, has identical specs, but I just prefer stream versions in general. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the weapon groups and upgrades. Weapon groups, nothing really fancy, you know, all the lasers are, all the variants of the lasers are being shot in the alpha strikes at all times. And the LRM-15s, I mean this LRM, dual LRM-15s, which are basically LRM-30s, I'm shooting them mostly in alpha strikes as well, except I also want to have the opportunity to shoot them in singles, just in case if there is some kind of like lightly armored target, like a tank or a ground vehicle. And then as far as the upgrades goes, as the case with most of these Royal Defense Force variants, it's got more upgrade slots. So this Stalker has 8 upgrade slots versus like 5 slots in this standard 3F variant. What I did, I just basically reinforced the armor and the internal structure all the way to the max. Then these 3 upgrades are just going towards the increased firing rate of different weapon systems, and this last one is just to help it up a little bit with the hit management by increasing the hit capacity of this mech. Anyways, well, let's go ahead and take that mission. Let's see how this variant performs to the STK-3F, which I've shown in my previous video. Once again, I am going there by myself without taking any of my Lancemates with me. Let's see how this variant does.
Attention. Prepare for battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
That was a sweet kill shot. Commander, your task is simple. Drive out the remaining Knights of St. Cameron by any means necessary.
This is the moment we've been waiting for! It's Liberation Day! For the Combine!
For the Combine.
And all the families we've lost, and the ones that remain.
You speak like victory is inevitable. But there's one problem. You now
There is
face
some
Alistair
enemy
and
mech
the Knights of St. Cameron.
approach.
True leaders will not rest until the entire Combine is liberated from their real oppressors.
Seems you're in the dark. You fight for the oppressors. And you fight alone.
Lies! It seems that you have a hunger to die. Don't worry, we will accommodate you.
Identified Knights of St. Cameron crossing into the target area.
Griffin.
Unleash hell!
Hold base. Those readings were enemy mechs. Moving in.
Target destroyed.
Opponent.
Target acquired.
There is that trebuchet. Yes, and we do need to be careful with the hit management in here, just like with the original stack configuration, because Stalkers they can run somewhat hard if you're not careful. So we just need to be a little bit cautious. It's not horrible, but you know, do exercise caution
Target destroyed.
when using all of these energy weapons. Plus, you know, this LRM 30 isn't the entirely cold weapon either, because LRMs, they do generate some heat as well.
Archer.
Okay. Let's open this Archer. Okay, he's getting damaged, but he disappeared.
New target
Awesome.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
This is it. Grasshopper, yeah, these guys, they take a lot of beating.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Okay. Not bad. What else is out there? That Archer.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
The longbow.
Incoming! More nitrates hitting the ground!
So far, so good. So far, so good.
We've come too far to surrender now.
So be it.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile. Target
Let's
acquired.
take care of this Zeus.
Target destroyed.
It's the Orion that I started working on but didn't really finish.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile. New target catapult.
It was too soon.
Target acquired.
Man,
Tracking more night units setting down, Commander.
was that Marauder
advancing from the
shooting
back of the
PPCs
perimeter.
at me? Okay, let's take care of this guy.
We're not in the business of losing. Our skill in battle is unmatched.
We've already fought a war of attrition. This is nothing.
Okay,
Target destroyed. Target
care of
acquired.
him.
Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
Alright, I better
New
be
target
careful
Victor.
now, because the armor on one of my arms doesn't look very good.
Target acquired.
Another Orion. I just killed one, but there is one more, I guess. Okay,
Target
there he
destroyed.
goes. Looks like the Zeus. Let's turn on the thermal vision. By the way, you can shoot
Incoming missile.
LRMs at static targets without getting a lock on them, in case if you didn't know.
Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
This
Target
Griffon was
acquired.
kind of annoying.
Target destroyed.
Yes, so you can still run hot if you're not careful. Wow! Wow, 3 PPCs. I can't even get a lock on them this distance. Need to get closer.
New target Thunderbolt.
Our assigned Mech target is on the field. Let's take it down.
Just working with the LRMs and ER large lasers.
Target destroyed. New target Banshee.
That stupid Banshee. And then there was this Zeus. Yeah, that's the hostile one. Okay, there he goes. Sniped him with ER lasers. You see, this is a very, very powerful Stalker configuration right here. One of my favorites. Where is this stupid Banshee? Okay, there he goes. Okay, okay, so far so good. We are doing very well so far. Another dropship. Let's go behind this hill. Let's use the terrain masking. Let's not be stupid. Turn on the thermal vision. Oh, 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 oh! Ah, that's the main guy. That's our final wave. So let's take care of this main guy. There he goes. Now let's get rid of this nasty longbow. I don't want him to get a lock on me and shoot those crazy LRMs. He did it though. He did it though, but it did not save him. Whatever. Let's now take care of this Orion, because he's got LRMs as well. Okay, there he goes, and Victor, that's a piece of cake. He doesn't have any long-range capability. There he goes. Alright. As easy as that. As easy as that. This Mech, this variant is one of the hidden gems. One of my favorite mechs of all times. I mean, I love all Stalkers. I don't even know which one I like better. Whether it's this or Standard 3F. All of them are fantastic. All of them are fantastic. I don't think I have a preference, but this one is very, very special. It's very elite variant. Amazing, amazing. Let's see the summary. Alright, look at that. 20 mech kills. That is a fantastic number for the 85-tonner. Okay, 85-ton assault mech. Excellent number. Those short burst lasers are amazing. Never underestimate those. On top of that, you know, LRM-30 with Artemis 4 control. I mean, can't go wrong with that too, so... Yeah, well, there is this Starlink Royal Defense Force variant. Amazing, amazing mech. Let's see the damages. Just, I suppose, an armor damage, superficial armor damage. Let's see what are gonna be the repairs. Yeah, like you see, just armor. Everything comes down to armor only. Pretty quick repair, and very inexpensive repair either. So yeah, well, there you go. That's my preferred weapon configuration for this particular variant. Absolutely amazing mech. I mean, what else can you say? It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean, you do need to be somewhat mindful with how you use all of these weapons, especially in salvo, because you can still overheat it, but at the same time, I wouldn't necessarily say that the heat is an issue here, something that you cannot handle. You can totally handle it. You just need to be a little bit more cautious, but I haven't gotten any of those thermal shutdowns, as you saw in this mission. It performed gracefully. This mech is absolutely amazing. Alright, well, I mean, what else is there to say about it? I guess nothing. It's an absolutely spectacular mech, spectacular variant, classic chassis. You can never go wrong with a Stalker. If you don't like Stalker, or at least cannot appreciate it for what it is, then you know there must be something wrong with you. It's not really the mech's problem. Stalkers are amazing. Alright, well, anyways, this is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next one.